Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Episode 43 of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. And we are having a blast. I'm here with GW, Collen, and we welcome our special guest, Jon Spoor. Let's get it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another week of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. We're here on episode 43. We're in the fourth quarter and we're playing hard. Jon's here with us. It's going to be great. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We got to see how Corona time has been treating him. We're going to talk about some cornflakes that were coated in cocaine, which sounds like a great way to start your morning. We're going to talk about the elusive innkeeper worm and their majestic beauty. We're going to talk about the Cherokee Nation asking Jeep Cherokee to change the name of the Cherokee and why people are agreeing. And finally, we're going to talk about a great thing that the CDC says we should do. So without further ado, and without spoiling too much of the late show, let's get into it. Welcoming to the spotlight stage, a good friend of mine, co-host, guy who runs the Woolen Mill Comedy Club. Please welcome to our stream, Mr. Collen Doyle.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm glad I managed to make it home safely and alive, despite everybody's attempt on the road to try to kill me this afternoon. Snowing here in Vermont, broadcasting from Vermont, and people need to just slow down on these roads, you know? Like, I'm someone who knows how to drive in the snow, and some people say, oh, yeah, you know how to drive in the snow. They don't know how to drive in the snow. It's very easy. To drive in the snow, you need to drive slowly. I know this sounds like a totally crazy concept, but if you're driving extremely fast around snowy roads, you may just fucking lose it off the road, okay? This is the way it happens. It all happens very quickly, folks, I know. It doesn't happen quite as quickly if you go slowly. I had $1 every single time, like in the city, like in New York, you know, this year's been a lot of snow, but usually like there's only a couple good snowstorms a year. And every year you get a couple good storms, and every year there's like a handful of taxi cab drivers who've been driving for probably 20, 30 years. And they still just don't want to slow down. So they drive as fast as they can, and then they just slam on their brakes. And big surprise, they fucking rear end at somebody. So this is a winter weather advisory. Slow the fuck down. Slow the fuck down. I don't know about you guys. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok because I know it sounds crazy, but I have a life. So haven't got on the TikTok train. What I think is insane is that now Instagram is taking videos from TikTok and putting them on my Instagram. So now like a huge amount of the content that I'm seeing is vicariously through TikTok. And a lot of these videos from what I've seen are produced by highly untalented individuals. I would say get off of TikTok, go study theater. Go learn a craft, go learn an art form. What you are doing on TikTok is pathetic and lame. You are not creative. You're not creating content. You are blatantly stealing content from people more interested than you. Okay, this is what I picked up. There's choreography that a lot of young ladies seem to be wanting to do, and I hate to break it to you, girls, this dance is pathetic. I grew up taking dance classes. I've taken a lot of dance in my life. What you are doing is terrible. Just stop. Don't dance like this anymore. It's all this stuff with the arms, thinking like this is creative, or doing this stuff is weird. This is not impressive dancing. Okay, there's nothing you can do with your arm that is interesting or creative. Just stop. Secondly, lip syncing someone else's speech, lip syncing to someone else talking. I saw Gaffigan posted a thing. Now people are going to lip sync Jim Gaffigan's joke. You ain't Jim Gaffigan. Not even fucking close. So why don't you go pen to paper, right? Write something down. I don't care if it's a poem. I don't care if it's the last thing you ate. Write something down that's uniquely yours. And quit just trying to follow other people and copy other people. It's called TikTok and might as well be called follow somebody else's shit that they created because you haven't created shit of your own. Everybody thinks they're an influencer. Everyone thinks they're an influencer. For those of you watching tonight that may be suffering the delusion that you are an influencer, allow me to share this with you. You are not. You are influencing absolutely no one. None of your 1,500 followers on Instagram give a shit where you're going out to dinner, what you're doing, who you're buying, or what clothes you're wearing. Okay? I have some friends that have, millions of people who are probably aware of who they are. And they don't spend that much of their time trying to influence others to purchase goods or anything like that. They're either just going to do an endorsement deal, a commercial, an advertisement for something, get bought out, and that's it. They're not going on like, by the way, guys, I don't know if you can see me here tonight. Look at this tweed. Isn't that nice, Hickory? This is just a fantastic tweed that's breathable. And for all of you at home tonight watching this, you can get a jacket just like this at the Gap. Okay, so Gap, if you're watching this, please. This is kind of nice. I can see Matt Vita says, I have been influenced by this performance. I'm glad, Matt. Because I was about to say we probably don't have a single person watching us right now. Just Collen screaming through the void, let me influence you! By the way, the Gap, fantastic deals. Their jeans always fit me great. And breathable American textiles. Gap Warehouse, located in Lebanon, New Hampshire. I think it's funny where people are trying to be tough, like this like rugged man, tough rugged man. I think when you grow up in Vermont, you don't have to really worry about trying to play the rugged man. I think that you just learn that or you die as a young age. Right? Either you learn how to go out into the woods in the winter and come back, or you don't. That's it. So you end up with me. It's like I would rather be more polished. I'd rather spend more time painting my fingernails than making fun. These days is where I'm at. But make no mistake, if I were to leave this apartment right now completely bare-ass naked in these frigid temperatures, I'm pretty confident I wouldn't die tonight. How? I have no idea. I don't know what type of fabrics or pine or tree branches I'm going to wrap myself up in tonight and live. But more than likely, you're going to see me tomorrow morning like, boy, last night sucked. Let me tell you, I had to go a whole night bare-ass naked in the woods in Vermont. Am I right? Anyhow. Probably take a nice shower. I had something else I wanted to share with you, but looks like I forgot it. But Vermonters are tough. Rugged individuals. You can see this every morning at the junction. Located in Bridgewater, Vermont.
Scenic Bridgewater, Vermont.
Scenic Bridgewater, Vermont. Historic Bridgewater, Vermont. But like you're the old school rugged Vermonter when you go into the junction in the morning and you buy your coffee and a 12-pack at the same time. Like, I already see where my day is going. All right. I'm going to finish this coffee and then probably hammer 12 beers. All right. That could be a new campaign, right? The Junction, where we buy our beer and coffee at the same time. But that's been my weekend reflection. G-Dub, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. Fuck the snow, and I have an itemized list of things that I want to say about Collen's set. A, fuck it, go fast, take chances. There's people on the planet, and we need to cut down on the population. So if you speed recklessly and take some people out with you. Secondly, I'm too fat for the Gap. I don't think it really would be called the Gap with me. More of like the Canyon. Like got room for some extra letters there. And I always thought the Gap was a chick's brand. Like even if guys wore it, like I just thought you were comfortable enough in your sexuality that like it didn't matter what you wore. Apparently, I'm wrong. Thirdly, I want to say I could not survive the night butt ass naked in the middle of fucking Vermont in the wintertime. Let me just tell you that I have the insulation for it, but I don't think I don't think I could do it. I could try, but that seems really uncomfortable for me. I don't know, man. Like the whole idea of it is just one of those things where it's like, fuck that. Let me stay inside. Even if it was a bet, I still wouldn't fucking do it. Like just one of those things where it's just like, no, fuck that shit. It's cold out. Like maybe in the summertime, I could do it in the summertime. Let my balls hang low, you know, just chilling in by the brook in the summertime, freaking out all the fucking Flatlanders that come up. And by the way, I want to say, I saw a Facebook post talking about Flatlanders and how they're pissed that it's a derogatory term. And go fuck yourself. If you don't like it, fucking go home. Like, I've lived here for 43 years and people still call me a Flatlander. That's because you are. You drive like one, you smell like one, and let me tell you, you act like one. I'm getting flustered. That's how much Flatland pissed me off. No, like the whole idea of being like it's fine, it's cute. It's not like we're calling you a fucking douchebag. You're a Flatlander. Like that's you come from a land that's flat. Like when I lived out in Minnesota, everyone was a fucking Flatlander. Like driving down the street, I'd be like, fucking Flatlanders. And because, you know, the land is fucking flat. I don't know. I really want to know where the term came from. Just in general, like, and shake the guy's hand that first thought of it. Like just the idea of like, I'm gonna call these guys Flatlanders because they're from the Flatlands. Like who? I don't know. It's just amazing to me. It's just amazing. Oh fuck! I forgot what I was originally gonna say. I got it. Had a rough day. Did some math homework today, and it was the first time in a while that I had an entire section of math that was nothing but word problems. Like where it was literally like me picking the right answers, like the right words to use, and no numbers involved. I was fucking astounded. I'm like, how can you call this math? There's no addition, there's no multiplication, there's no pedmas. which is fine. The other thing, I'm so sick of the fucking snow. I know it's only February. We still have March to go and into April, but I don't think I can fucking take it much longer. It's not so much the driving, it's more of the shoveling. Like, it's starting to get the heavier snow, like the wet snow, where it's not all powdery and shit. And I'm 40, man. Like, I'm at the prime. Like, I did not take care of myself. I still don't take care of myself. I'm working on my second fucking rum and coke. And I've already smoked a pack of cigarettes today. Like, I'm prime territory for having a fucking heart attack. like things like that should not get my heart going. And it's the same reason why I don't get into arguments with people. Because, like, I don't want to be in the middle of an argument and have my heart just fucking suddenly stop. Be like, oh, you're right. Oh, fall over and fucking die. But I'm getting to that age, man. And my neighbors don't understand because they're still young in their 20s. And I laugh at the stupid shit that they do because I did the same thing. Like, take off work and go skiing, where I'm like, hey, you fucking are ridiculous to pay. Go fuck. You're not paying for the ride down. You're paying for the ride up. Go find a friend with a snowmobile. Get them to drive you up a trail and then go down. Like, worst it costs you is a fucking 12-pack of beer. And by the way, the only reason why, Colin, they got the cup of coffee with the 12-pack of beer is so they can dump out the coffee and have something to put their beer in. So it looks like you're driving by.
That's a trick my dad taught me.
Yeah.
Truth is, son, we never wanted a coffee.
That's why Dunkin' sells so many extra large coffees. It's not because the world runs on Dunkin'. It's the only thing you can fit a fucking 40 ounce in.
We got a Budweiser. I mean, oh shit, a Dunkachino.
Yeah. Like if we had big gulps around here from fucking 7-Eleven, you would see a lot more of those around, smelling of fucking hops and ale. Yeah, man. Like, I got this thing, by the way, from Vermont Health Connect for my health insurance, saying that we can't verify your source of income, so I need to send something in. And I just wanted to say, I don't have a job. I don't have a source of income. It's not like Hickory's paying the big bucks here.
Working on it.
Yeah. And once we do, I will support our corporate overlords and plug the shit out of them, especially if they give me money. But right now, we don't got shit. That means I don't got shit. That means I don't have shit to show you. Like I don't know what you want me to do. Like, file my taxes saying, hey, this is zero. You didn't earn anything. Fucking cocksuckers. And that's, by the way, the term cocksucker is definitely not as used as it should be. Like, I think more people, like everyone's like, well, but blowjobs are a wonderful thing. I'm like, yeah, unless you're the one giving them. Like, I like blowjobs too, but I don't want to be a cocksucker. Like those things are dirty and nasty. Like, I know what I do to mine. I at least get shit on my balls at least once a week. But I also wipe front to back or back to front.
Oh, he's got that one wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not like I'm gonna get shit in my snatch. Like I like the little end tickle with the, like, where when you take your hand and wipe and your balls just kind of go bloop bloop. It's like one of those sensor lines that, like, in the grocery store where the doors open and it chimes. Your balls do the same thing. Like, boop, someone entered or exited. Can't tell which one, but we got to be on the lookout. I did get shit on my hands yesterday, and I got a lot. I gotta say that I didn't wash my hands afterwards. I just wiped them on a towel. Like, I don't think you should have to wash your hands after you do shit. Like, if it was someone else's shit that I touched, oh yeah, I'd be washing my hands. But mine, like, I know what it is. It was fucking used Taco Bell and a Burger King Whopper. Like, I know what I put into my body, and I know what comes out. Like, I'm sure I'm fine with it. It's not like I'm fucking making out with, like, disease-ridden women. Which would be fun, though. Like, I would fucking love, like, I hope the wife isn't listening. Well, like, I've been unsingle for so long that, like, I forgot what it was like to hit a random. Like, man, like, I just, every once in a while, I just want to go buck crazy and just be like, oh, hey, you're a random broad, let's make out. Who cares if you have a venereal disease? I got health insurance now. All right, that was basically my week. Let's turn it back over to Hickory.
Oh, thank you, GW. I don't know. I'm going to follow that one. That was killer. But we're going to start. We're going to try anyways. So I'm going to do a fun little trick. And we'll start by just taking a box of cards and give her a quick little shuffle. And then Collen or G-Dubs, actually, you can pick because you're on top. And that's random.
All right.
Do you want to be part of the... I'm going to use all three of you in this. Do you want to be part of the late trick or the early part?
I'll be part of the late trick.
Okay. So what that means is we're going to have Collen give a... I'm going to riffle through, and you're just going to say stop whenever you'd like. We're going to split the deck. You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Stop.
You're good right there? You don't want to go further? Don't want to go back?
Nope.
Okay. So from there, G-Dubs... Actually, we'll ask John, since I haven't asked you a question yet. Do you want the top card or the bottom card?
Bottom.
Okay. So you're going to get a 7. Okay. Let's try that one more time. And we'll give a stop, Collen, whenever you'd like.
Stop.
Okay. There. That's going to be GW's card. So G-Dubs, you get a 4. John, you got a 7. Now I'm going to do something that I really like to do. Oh, let me take off the overlay because it kind of blocks that. There we go. My super unstable table. I'm going to bust out some snacks because this is... Okay. So now that you each have a card, the question is... I can't remember. John, you got the 7?
Mm-hmm.
Would you prefer the Voodoo Heat Zaps or the Doritos Cool Ranch?
I mean, I guess if you're going to twist my arm, I'm probably going to pick the Doritos.
Okay. Well, we got to...
Oh, malfunction.
Yeah, I felt
Not
like...
malfunction.
There we go. Okay.
Fuck everything up.
Oh, yeah. That's all right. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, magically, I'm going to steal 7 chips from the Voodoo and transport them into the Doritos bag. We're going to steal 4 Doritos and transfer them into the Zappos bag. And we're going to do that with our trusty glue stick, which we decided last week actually does work magic. So, a little bit of card heat right there. A little bit of card love right there. We're going to see if this thing works. Start by opening the Doritos. I got better at opening bags. Okay. I'll open the zaps. And we'll cleanly show there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those in there. And then the zaps, there was 1, 2, 3, and 4 Doritos. So, yeah, we did a little snackage, or snack magic. I don't know what we're calling it.
We're calling it brought to you in part by Doritos Cool Ranch.
That's right.
Go get your Doritos now.
If you guys want to sponsor us, we would love money, but we won't say stuff you want us to say. Anyways,
I'll say anything you want me to say.
I figured I would keep it brief this week, right on to the main event. Please welcome to the spotlight stage a good friend of the show. We're glad to have him here. And he's I'm interested to see what the man has to say. Please welcome to the spotlight stage the man, the myth, the fucking spore machine, Mr. Jon Spoor.
Oh, I actually don't really have anything crazy to follow with these gentlemen. GW. I think it would be pretty sweet if you were found in Vermont naked, lost in the winter. Maybe you would scare some children, but I think overall there would be humor in it, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of hibernating myself in this room. I've created kind of a studio atmosphere in my bedroom. I've produced, I'm making little skits and videos. I even had the idea to run some kind of cheesy news anchor kind of show thing where I just had a kid come over and produce them into running a pilot kind of deal, and it kind of worked out. But I'm just trying to keep my sanity, not being near anybody as much as possible, and being creative as much as I can. And I want to thank Hickory for reaching out to me and inviting me onto this. Like I told him earlier, it's the first time that I can experience. I've been doing solo streaming on my own, on Twitch and Facebook, whatnot. I play a lot of video games, and I'm learning. Just I want to be able to run, comedy events or pro wrestling shows or MMA events or whatever kind of show type situation I could get my hands on project wise. I'm just trying to learn everything that I can now while everything's still kind of shut down. Obviously things are kind of picking up a little bit, but I mean, as we all know, it's still going to be a little while till we're 100% in terms of normalcy. But that's about it. I've kind of like Mac and Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he was super fat one season. He said he gained a lot of muscle, or he gained a lot of mass to get the chiseled body he was looking for. I've kind of taken on that as well. I haven't really done much training at all, but seen it as an opportunity also with this whole quarantine to give my body a little rest, and I need to start getting my ass in gear for that as well. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer because I was just I made a run in at a company out in Utica the weekend before everything shut down, so it was supposed to lead to a match in April out there, and obviously everything got screwed over, so I got derailed right on my my entry back into wrestling. So that's about it. I want to make some bits and whatnot for the future episode that I may be a part of, and maybe try to do a little set with you guys. I'm sorry I didn't really have much to present to you guys today, but hopefully we can do something funny in the future.
No, it's quite all right, sir. Welcome to the show. We're glad to have you. Thanks for being here. Awesome. Before we get into the talk show, I just wanted to give a friendly public service announcement that we are now on 346 days of the 15 days to slow the spread.
Woo!
So to everybody out there, you're fucking killing it. Keep going. I mean, you're fucking living it. That's what I should say. Because don't kill stuff. Anyways, Jon, thank you for being on the show, brother. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
I am really glad.
I figured the treasures will hopefully come through a conversation that we have to talk about. Because I feel like that's
I have to say that treasure was Hickory cracking his beer into whatever incredibly high-end microphone sounded. It's like when you're in like the back of the classroom, like trying to be quiet, and just all of a sudden you just feel like. I guess the incognito beer pop didn't work out so well.
That's why I got kicked out of church the last time I was there.
Just a plethora of times Hickory's been like, "Did you just crack a beer?" You're in the front row of church.
Like, we just had wine, man. I don't understand the difference. Kevin Ryan comments in and says, "Hi guys, Kevin. If you ever want to be on the show, reach out to me. Let me know.
Kevin
I would love to have you." And Vita, I agree. Great work, world. We're doing great. We stretched 15 days into 346, and it looks like we have plenty more to go. That's pretty incredible. That's impressive work.
We're only halfway there. We just broke 500,000 Americans dead. Let's be honest. No one's impressed with 500,000. You got to go for the million. You got to go 7 digits. Otherwise, who's going to remember it? You know what I mean? It's not going to become the pandemic of 2020 if it's not 1 million deaths. So let's go for the gusto, guys, and see if we can double the death rate here in the last couple months.
I think we can do it. I think if we all put ourselves together, Florida, I'm looking at you.
We're banking on you, Florida. We need you here.
Yeah, step it up.
It's the fourth quarter.
So the first question, as we like to ask most guests, is Mr. Spoor, how has Corona time been treating you, my friend?
I mean, I kind of already hinted up on it a little bit earlier in my my impromptu set there, but I'm just chilling, man. Like, I could either decide to live inside the chaos, or I can just hang out, into my own resources. And, if I need to go to the store, I can drive a car to the store to get food. And that's about it. Yeah, I'm just surviving that winter that, the good old Texans can't survive, apparently.
I have a couple random questions for you. First off, where you are, do you have to wear masks in the gym still?
That's the thing. Like, I'm not okay. I'm going to start doing jiu-jitsu probably again here soon. And I asked like what their etiquette is on masks, and they're like, wear them inside and going outside. Like, so yeah. And even I know a lot of gyms are like, you have to have a mask on at all times and yada, yada. And like, the fact that I have to be in a public gym as is, and like have to worry about anybody, when you're working out, you're doing your own thing. You have to worry about being in anybody's way and this and that. And like, having masks over your face and all that shit, like it's really off-putting to me and also on top of that, the risk of having someone who is not like proper with their hygiene and like spreading it, however.
But think about it this way, Jon. I mean, if you do jiu-jitsu with your mask off, right, it's jiu-jitsu. But if you put a mask on, all of a sudden now you're a ninja.
I was going to say, or it's a robbery.
Now you put a black mask on and you still manage to kick someone's ass now it's a ninja shit. Now you've kicked someone's ass and no one knows who it was. You know,
That's true.
Jon Spoor is going to join the Foot Clan.
Dude, that's true about anything, man. Like, especially in the winter, you're all bundled up. You have like mask over. You have like freaking handkerchiefs and mask over your face, and you literally like roll up, late at night onto a store with like just one clerk in it, and you're like nobody can see what you look like. It's like,
oh, hey, I'm here to rob the place.
Crazy.
I mean, Marble Light. I'm sorry.
It's some of the best sex that I've had, man.
That's why-
Masked up, throw a parka on.
I'm-
Nobody knows who the fuck I am.
That's why I was very confused about these people who broke into the Capitol building to protest. All they could have done is adhere to the CDC protocol, and no one would have ever known who they were. Like, oh, hey guys, we're here for the revolution. We're here to like take the place over. Could you just step aside? Thank you. Please move it.
Back to the gym thing, I saw WCAX put out an article around the WCAX is like the local Vermont news, John, over in Burlington, over like how wearing masks in the gym is good and like it shouldn't affect your working out at all. And I was like, none of those people have ever deadlifted 500 pounds, apparently. Like, they have no idea what it feels like to squat 400 pounds. Because if you can do that, first off, at the end of your set, you should be barely able to catch your breath without a mask on. And now you cover your face in a piece of cotton. And it's like, dude, my lifts dropped like 75, 80 pounds just putting the mask on because it's so much harder.
I did like 15 minutes on an elliptical machine with a cloth mask and almost fainted and cracked my head. I'm not kidding.
And that's when I realized, well, they're journalists, their idea of exercise is walking their dog. And
they're like, it doesn't affect your breathing at all. What? Having something directly over your mouth? It does. It's called suffocation. I'm all for masks. Don't get me wrong. But don't bullshit yourself and tell me you're going to be able to be on a treadmill running as fast as you can with a mask in front of you, and that's not going to somehow affect your ability to breathe. Like, and if you don't believe me, go do it. Go do it.
Give it a shot.
Yo, you see this picture right here? This is from a couple of years ago. This day is the day that I learned that having a mask over your face while you do jiu-jitsu is the worst thing in the world, because I almost fainted afterwards. And I've known this whole time the secret.
This was ninja training or jiu-jitsu training?
Oh no, this was jiu-jitsu. It's just there was a Dollar Tree down at the end of the building there, and I found a ninja mask and thought it would be funny to wear. But
you've been training for this mask moment for quite some time now.
Dude, as soon as you said it, I was like, dude, I gotta find this right now. But
I think we can all agree, way more badass with the mask, right, boys?
Dude, for sure.
Yeah, it used to be you walk into a bank with a mask and gloves on, and everybody's nervous.
Yeah.
And now you do it, and they're like, oh, thank you for wearing your mask.
And not only that, like, we'll be able to, years from now, our kids will be able to like stumble into a bank with a loaded pistol and a mask and gloves on, and be like, hey, and that's little Jimmy. He really never moved beyond 2020, you know?
He got frozen in time.
Yeah, he got frozen in time. Just don't worry about him. Let him do his thing. He's still in apocalypse mode, you know?
So moving into the next topic of tonight, we are going to talk about cocaine cornflakes. I got to ask you, gentlemen, is this the next big thing, or is this a flop? G-Dubs, how do you think this is going to do on the market?
I hope to Christ that this is the next big thing. I mean, I've always wanted to try a Coca-Cola with cocaine in it, and this seems like I could just kill two birds with one stone. I could get a delicious breakfast and get a fucking buzz going. Like, fuck yeah, cocaine. Like, I want to go out like Chris Farley.
My other question was, the article says that they were cornflakes coated in cocaine.
4 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, that's a brilliant move right there. Yeah.
Why did they use Frosted Flakes?
Ryan Cartwright writes in and says big yes on the comments. I agree, Ryan. I think it's going to take off.
Like a common way of like smuggling cocaine is actually to soak clothing in a concentrated cocaine, fold the pack, dry it out, fold the packaging up, then re-soak it, extract the cocaine out of the fabric, and then repackage it out. That was the way that they did it for often. What's interesting about the cornflakes his idea is this is an even more coked up idea than that, and the fact that these guys are like, listen, man, we'll just show up with 54,000 pounds of cornflakes, and when they're like, why do you guys need so much cornflakes, and we'll just be like, we all love cornflakes, everybody loves cornflakes, so that's why we have an industrial amount of cornflakes. And then one guy literally went up and like took a cornflake and like popped it in his mouth and started eating it and was like, I can't feel my tongue.
So we got the CNN article I pulled up right here. Custom agents in Cincinnati seized 44 pounds of cornflakes covered in cocaine instead of sugar. We got a nice little picture from the Chicago field operations right here. And basically they say that They seized it. I was wondering myself, like, did they figure out a way to is the cornflake the cut, and they just put pure Coke on it, and that way you just like grind up the whole thing when it gets to its destination, or are they like extracting it off the cornflakes? Because cornflakes seem like I'm no cocaine expert. It seems like that would be a shitty carrying device to have to like wash something off of or take something off of. I was thought, what you guys think? You think you think they're just going to grind it up and send it to the streets, and all these kids with corn allergies are going to be dying left and right?
If you're doing cocaine like that, I don't think a corn allergy is really going to bother you. I'm just saying, like
true.
Hey, why is my cocaine brown and crunchy and tastes like a delicious part of this nutritious breakfast? Like. What they should have, dude, I'm telling you, what they should have done was got frosted flakes.
Flakes would have went under the radar better.
It could have just been a block of cocaine and no one would have known any better. Let's 6 frosted flakes in there that just really got a whole lot of frosting on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. Don't these drug dealers think of this stuff? I don't understand.
Well, what I like about this idea is maybe they were planning on extracting it, maybe they weren't. But I like the idea of the bold move of being like, Wheaties, you think you're so productive. Oh yeah, you got world class athlete. Well, wait till you see what these kids can do when they have a bowl of cocaine. All right?
He's setting all sorts of world records soon. John, you got something you want to add?
Yeah, I'm reading up on it right here.
Okay.
But, I mean, I don't know. I want to know how they so they found it in boxes. Like it doesn't really. The article doesn't say whether or not. Exactly
it looked like they were shipping it in the boxes, and it was just stopping off, from what I understood, just stopping off in the Cincinnati.
Just imagine that routine friggin' pullover, and then being just like, oh, cornflakes, like what the hell? And then how is it tested? Obviously a guy had to like touch it to his tongue or something.
The fact that the customs agents went through their snacks, right? It's like, do they do this to all snacks? Like they get a bag of Doritos through? Or
was it like wrapped up in like paper and tape and everything, like Coke looks, or what?
Wait a minute, you got to turn over every leaf. Listen, you guys stay right where you are. I'm on my way down to the store to get some 2% and see if we can make this happen.
We got to get some milk here and determine what's going on here with this box.
Carter's like, get oat milk for me.
Well, here's the kicker part is how many times has this gone through where it's actually passed? And then
it got to Ohio. I mean, there were some spots that it had to get through in order to get up there.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how many people have lost their jobs because this one agent found it. You know what I mean? Like all the poor border or customs agents along the way that gave it the thumbs up.
And the consumer. Who is the consumer?
Well, yeah,
Show me that face. Show me that.
Well, that's. I mean, I'm sure that it's like a lot of people are using it for legit drugs, but even like with cash or drugs or anything like that, some stuff gets confused, right? Because they're doing a big volume and stuff like that. All of a sudden, this box of cornflakes ends up in the pantries of some dude's house. Like someone literally just comes out, some guest makes a straight up bowl of cocaine. I think.
Wow, my hangover is gone like instantly. I'm fucking on top of the world right now.
Why did you give me the cornflake kind? You know I like it with cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. I want the cornflakes in the back, the one Dad never lets us eat.
They have a greater prize.
Yeah. You get a big crack rock for a fucking prize.
Moving to the next subject. We're going to talk about. We discovered the natural beauty of the innkeeper worm and discuss millions of them washing ashore next year or last year. Next year, they'll probably be back next year too. Who knows? But let me show you all a picture of this beautiful specimen. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, right there. Thousands of penis fish have washed up in California. Now, isn't that thing a beauty? Let me take the.
That's a good-looking penis fish right there.
Oh, it's beautiful. It turns out that these things are actually, and this is sad right over here. That's like just thousands of them washed ashore and slowly dying. Before we even start, let's get one thing clear. Penis fish is a worm. And the penis part, well, these poor creatures simply look like male intimate parts. Yeah, it's a pretty good, like, if I sculpted that out of clay, I'd be pretty proud of how accurate I was, I'm going to say. But, yeah, I figured you guys might have some thoughts on this. And
well, my thought is it's such a plentiful substance. I mean, are we eating the penis fish?
So we in America, not so much edible penis fish. In the article, they actually covered that the worms are a delicacy in some Eastern countries. These are rarely in California, but East Asia has plenty of penis fish, and their meat is surprisingly sweet. So you serve it with a savory sauce. Everything
savory sauce for it.
And I believe I've seen them actually when you bite them, they just completely just explode with fluids.
I want to know what level of firmness these fish have. That was my big question. Is this thing like is it spongy?
Is it a kielbasa?
Yeah, is it like can you hit somebody with it, or is it like a raw sausage where it's kind of like bendy? I don't know, but I do know that they eat them in Korea, and I found earlier, I don't have it pulled up right now, I found that it's a delicacy. Kevin says it only has one eye. Well, correct.
One-eyed penis fish.
A one-eyed penis fish. What do you guys think? You think this is where the future of fishing is going to take us? You think this could be a big hit at some point? It
very well could be, and it's interesting because when you have to catch them, is very much, I mean, GW can do it better than me. He's always been good with the two hands. But
some of those years of skiing.
Just like that, and you get it, and you hope to get a penis fish. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And
I think my personal opinion is that they're like one good marketing campaign away from blowing up on the American market.
I would use penis fish and blowing up in the same sentence.
Nice bit of kale with a penis worm right on top of that. Boom.
Nice Alfredo sauce.
A little salt and pepper. Mwah.
Alfredo.
Kevin Ryan comments in fly fishing. That's a great little pun for that. And Nick Waters comments in, just don't suck on them.
Dude, yeah. What about catching a fish with the penis fish as the bait? It's Inception right there.
That's generally how I fish. I don't know how you guys fish.
It's penisception.
Fishing to us is just GW's in the water going like this, and I'm just waddling around with my penis worm out.
Yeah, that one was one I shared. Actually, a guy in the seafood industry messaged me that recently and was like, "Hey, I think the store that you work at should have those in the case." And I was like, "Hey, dude,
Get some in. I think that makes a lot of sense.
If I could source them."
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know if that's appropriate to share, but we're sharing it anyways. Ryan Cartwright on YouTube says, "If you think penis fish is gay, you should see me with cum on my face."
Well, I look forward to that, Ryan.
Yeah, DM Collen your photos. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't think we could share that on the show, but it'll be.
Do we even have a show email address?
No, but they can email me at hickorytdau@gmail.com.
Oh, there we go, Ryan.
Yeah,
so there you go, Ryan. You cannot directly send me pictures. But
yeah. Send them to us.
DM and vet them for me.
I can't promise that I will put them up on the show, but who knows? Maybe we'll edit a version. And
where are you gonna go?
Yeah, who knows?
Matter of fact, Ryan, I double dog dare you to send photos with cum on your face to Hickory. It could just be like a squeezed Bavarian donut and just Bavarian cream on your face. I don't think you have the testicles to do it. There. Throwing my balls out.
Before we move on to the next topic, anybody have anything else they want to cover on penis fish, or did that kind of run its course?
It says here that it's called dog genitals as well. Maybe that's like the black market, like, you got the dog genitals. Yeah, man.
It's gotta be confusing because you think dog genitals is probably something that's being sold as well. And the guy's like, "Do you want a dick fish? Or do you want the dog genitals? You want to speak English over here,
Ryan Cartwright writes in and said, "Here for Spoor, he's a killer." Yeah, I agree. I honestly earlier was working on trying to figure out. I wanted to do a card trick, but I wanted it to end with a card modified, so it was like Bernie Sanders giving an arm bar to like the King of Clubs or something. But it just didn't come together. Yeah, who knows? Maybe when you're on next time, that'll be great.
Hell yeah.
But next topic we're moving into is Jeep has been asked to change the name of the Jeep Cherokee by the Cherokee Nation. And I thought it was funny that the woke people and the racists agree. Woke people saying it's appropriation. The racist people saying, yeah, let's get ourselves a Jeep Grand Caucasian. What do you guys think? You think this is it's one of those weird topics where I don't know how I feel because it's been 45 years and it's not an offensive name. Like the Washington football team had a derogatory offensive term, and I understand why we have changed them now to the Washington football team, and I'm cool with that. But calling a car a Cherokee doesn't seem, I don't know, maybe it's lost on me.
Well, my thought is with this whole thing is the name change is a real loss of reformation from the company, from the Cherokee people. This is what you say. Listen, we're going to let you keep it, the Cherokee, just like you have for 45 years. But every goddamn Cherokee in this country needs a brand new Cherokee 4x4.
I think that's good.
Car after my mother, my brother, my uncle, my grandfather, my grandfather's grandfather. Guess what? Where's my Jeep Cherokee? And that's the way I would approach the situation.
I want to know if they change the name of the Cherokee, do they keep the Grand Cherokee? Like, is that okay?
I think they're hold on, let me pull the article up. I think they were talking about getting rid of both, actually.
Oh, because they could just come up with any other name like Apache,
So this is from CNBC. This is Monday, February 22nd. That's today. And Chief of Cherokee Nation wants Jeep to stop using the tribe's name on SUVs. Chuck Hoskin, Jr., Principal Chief of the Cherokee Nation, wants Jeep to stop using the tribal name on or the tribe's name on its SUVs. Jeep said it is committed to respectful and open dialogue with the Cherokee Nation and Hoskin. The company has used the Cherokee name for more than 45 years, including 2 current SUVs. And that's a picture of the ugly ass SUV that we're talking about. That is clearly, I mean, that thing's clearly photoshopped into that photo. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what that Jeep is doing at that point in time. It looks like it's jammed up on the front nose. Probably needs a Dodge or something to come in there and tow it out.
yeah, and its back wheels just like floating off the ground. And they're clearly going to hit that embankment in front of them.
If that was taken at like 60 miles an hour, that's just seconds before both airbags deploy.
Yeah, it's a 2019 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk.
Condition fucked, bud.
So yeah,
it was in one shape, one piece.
The quote from the principal chief of the Cherokee Nation was that, "I think we're in a day and age in this country where it's time for both corporations and team sports to retire the use of Native American names, images, and mascots from their products, team jerseys, and sports in general. I'm sure this comes from a place that is well intended, but it does not honor us by having our name plastered on the side of a car." Agreed. That's a fine argument, but I think every single person that's on what we like to call the alt-right would one-heartedly agree with you, sir, is that we should be removing other cultures' names and uses from stuff. That was what I thought of.
Well, it's a great strategy, because if you keep doing it, eventually maybe no one uses your name at all.
Or we just forget about you. And the only thing that's keeping you relevant is car brands. Looking at
like that happens, and in another 30 years, the next generation's like, "What's a Cherokee?"
Yeah.
Oh, like that car that fucking Uncle Hickory used to drive. Because
and get some old elders like, "Hickory, I'll tell you who a Cherokee is. Cherokee were the largest landowners of the Americas. We also made the best 4x4 fucking you ever see. All right, that's what we did. We were a prairie, and we built cars. It was basically what it came down to."
So yeah, it makes me wonder. You guys have any good name pitches for what we should rename the Jeep Cherokee?
The Scotch Irish. I think that would be a good one.
The Scotch Irish.
I mean, I would just totally put this on another tribe. I would call it the Apache. I would name the new thing the Lakota. I would name it called the Mohawk. And then
give them all free SUVs.
Absolutely. And just give them all SUVs and be like, "You know what, Cherokee, this is what you get when you question General Motors Corporation. Now every Blackfoot now alive gets a new Jeep. How you like that?"
See, I think the Jeep Grand Blackfoot would be a great name.
What do the Jeep people have to say about this? Because they didn't just come up with Jeep. You know that was some downtrodden group of people that they ripped that off of somewhere.
Like
Popeye? Yeah.
They should slap Trump's name on that. Maybe people will like that name.
That'd be hysterical.
Perfect in for Trump right now, man.
The Jeep Trump.
Yeah.
Dude.
The Jeep Grand Trump.
Grand Trump. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Call that the Grand Trump. Look, it's the Grand Trump. And unfortunately, we stole it from the Indians.
Or if they wanted to keep that "ch" on the front, it could be the Jeep Grand Cheeto Man. I'd definitely purchase a Jeep Grand Cheeto Man. That would be
somehow Trump would have some way of turning it around and pinning it back on them, being like, "Look, it was called the Jeep Cherokee, and now they stole it from us. They stole it from us, so we stole it back, and now we stole it, and now it's called the Jeep Grand Trump, and it's a fantastic car. Comes in bulletproof windows, so that's really great."
It was an all-right SUV, but now it's the greatest one. Everybody agrees. It's the greatest goddamn SUV
that was Trump.
that America has ever brought.
The Cherokee was terrible. Now it's a Trump, and that's really much better in every single way imaginable. So.
I've already talked to Elon Musk. It's going to be the first SUV on Mars. Okay, it'll be the official SUV of the Red Planet. Is the Orange Man's Cheeto-mobile.
It's going to be big.
That's a great marketing idea. I'm in. I'd buy one. The Jeep Grand Cheeto Man, and it has like just an orange emblem. Like it's instead of being blacked out like the new car logos are, they're all oranged out. Like,
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I'm
Black
there.
car all oranged out. I'm in. Sign me up, Jeep.
Cheeto Man. Call this the Cheeto Man edition.
It's the Jeep.
And I'll tell you right now, the fucker rips through the mud. I'm not kidding you.
Even the people in Texas could use them right now.
They could all use them. That and water would be another thing.
John, you got any name pitches for the name of the Cherokee if we were going to rename the Jeep?
Oh my God. A new name for the Jeep? I mean, is there really much difference between, I mean, I know like Liberty is a different body, but they're all
I'm sorry, can I just say the obvious answer? And that's of course the Spore machine.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, that needs to happen.
Because
Dude,
I don't want to be
yeah, I
riding
mean-
in the Spore machine.
Well, I'd like to say
Oh.
that when I'm coming back from the beach in the Spore machine with a trunk full of penis fish,
If
that's
I-
going to be the best goddamn day ever.
That
You
was a
know
great
what?
fucking day right there.
This is what I'll say. If I had to rebrand the Jeep Cherokee, I would really get a Like a Rock by Bob Seger back into the mix for car commercials, and I would basically use that. So you know what? Like maybe even name it after Bob Seger. I mean, that's
Call it the Silver Bullet, man.
dude, absolutely, man. I mean, shit, Like a Rock, baby.
As strong as you could be. I have
Dude,
to stop
I mean-
because my singing is so good that we might get pulled for copyright violation. So
Yeah, we've
I only
had
do
that
a line at a time. Sorry, people
Yeah.
that want to hear me sing.
Fucking Matt.
We'll move, and unless anybody else has anything on that, we'll move into the last topic. We're a little bit over. John, you're good on time. We're not like
Oh no, I'm cool,
okay.
man. Yeah,
I
I'm
just
here
like to
chilling.
double check before
Hell
we're
yeah.
running a little over, but that's okay.
Hell yeah.
So the last subject we have of the night is a great one. The CDC is a big fan of using walls to create distance for sex during COVID-19. So Hickory isn't a gross pervert for liking Corey holes. He's just ahead of the curve. And I did find multiple articles on this. One of the better, and I try to use a list of sources that are, I don't know, from all over the place. And that way I'm not like, oh my God, he's only using this. So this is TMZ. This is an article from July 22nd. And it gets better, where they actually have a clip from the Canadian CDC. They say glory holes could be used to have safe sex during the coronavirus pandemic, at least according to Canada's top health experts. The suggestion comes down from British Columbia Centre of Disease Control, and while it's not the same as a recommendation from our beloved flip-flop Fauci, Dr. Anthony Fauci, it still holds water. And then they give this long list of things like before and after sex, wash your body with soap and water. Now, these are things that I thought were requirements for people who are having sex anyways. Call me naive. They also say to wash sex toys thoroughly with soap and water, wear a face covering or mask, which, I mean, I've been wearing that saw pig mask for like years now, and it's definitely improved my sex life. I got the big fake syringe too, and she pretends to pass out when I stab her with it. It's great. Avoid or limit kissing and saliva exchange, which was heartbreaking for me personally. Choose sexual positions that limit face-to-face contact. But here's the good one. This is the winner. Use barriers like walls, e.g. glory holes, that allow for sexual contact but prevent face-to-face contact. And that is in the Canadian CDC guidelines. So that is...
What I love
wonderful.
about this is just like a huge win for everyone who's been using glory holes for a long time, right? they're just the most filthy of places, trucker stops and et cetera, and then they're going like this. You see, I always told you it was cleaner this way. All right, all right. I got a wonderful bathroom stall protecting me from whoever I'm having sex with. This is just the way things should be, you know. I think that's a big win there. And I think that it's absolutely hilarious that these people are getting together, like talking about like, okay, wonderful for everyone to be here. Michelle, you got anything for me tonight? And the person's like, yeah, how about just hit it from behind? Wonderful. Thanks for starting this meeting up. Great. This is the CDC. I was like, John, you got anything for us? And John's like, yeah, glory holes. Like, okay, like this is what these people are doing now to try to advise us through sexual health.
Let's wrap your entire body in plastic wrap.
Yeah, it's like what's happening up in Canada? That's all I want to know.
Same thing has always been happening in Canada.
That's what I'm saying. But with the glory holes, I mean, what do they have? Like one-walled partitions where you can just go up and then fancy the hole.
I was fishing. Hilton Hotel.
And I came prepared, John, because I was worried about that. That I did reference a Canadian article. So, as backup, I have pulled up this wonderful article from Washington Times here. Seattle Public Health suggests glory holes for safer sex. And this article was from recently, I think. December 8th. So, but it's gone viral. Shit. It's gone viral recently. It says Seattle public health officials have suggested the use of, quote, glory holes, unquote, as a way to practice, quote, safer, unquote, sex during the coronavirus pandemic. The video was published by Public Health Seattle and King County in October, but only gains attention this week for following reporting by KTTH radio host and frequent Fox News guest Jason Rantz. The video posted by the local government on Instagram, which is part of the series called Sex and Dating During COVID-19. Two sexual partners are discussing via text message how to stay safe during the pandemic. During the exchange, one of them asks, wait, did they have that picture? Oh, yeah, right here. This right here.
Did they have the whole combo?
No, unfortunately, just the winner here. It's safer. I even read some health departments are recommending it. So the response, I think I could cut a hole in a shower curtain. I'll hit up Lowe's and let you know when it's set up, which is phenomenal. I'm glad.
Hitting up a road. This guy is just not committing. If you want to create an authentic glory hole at home, you got to take that from a public bathroom. You know, you're going to have to remove some pieces and you're going to have to reinstall them in your house. This is a real glory hole, folks, not some shower curtain from Lowe's.
Can I just say big ups to the Orthodox Jews for coming up with this philosophy millennia ago of having sex through a sheet. You can't kiss, you can't make out. You're just in there for the old bango, all set, fucking ready to go, jizz in her, and have a baby.
Yeah, just getting straight to business. Jason comments and he says, I feel bad for whoever has to clean the holes. See, the part about this, Jason, I think, is that it's at your house, so you're responsible for it, which means I'm lazy. I would probably buy 10 or 15 different shower curtains. I'd line them all up. I'd cut the hole with like a drill press or something once, and then, I'd have like the next 15 lined up and ready to go.
Somehow this just ends up on the beautiful assistant's to-do list.
Don't tell her, but she's gonna be working on this later. We gotta find a case of cheap shower curtains. I'm thinking since she works at a hotel, she might have a hookup. That'd be great. So she said, they said in a caption accompanying the video, public health officials suggested that placing a shower curtain barrier between two people can prevent the spread of coronavirus. Heavy breathing and panting can spread the virus further, it stated. A barrier, like a wall or a shower curtain between you and your partner, allows sexual contact but prevents face-to-face contact. Get creative and DIY on your own. If a barrier isn't your thing, consider sex positions that prevent case-to-case contact. See you all at the hardware store, it added.
Now, can I just point something out? I mean, Yeah, I could get a shower curtain. I could suspend that shower curtain from some sort of a thing, right? To prevent the spread of COVID-19. But can we agree, if you're hooking up with a complete rando, COVID-19 is like here on the list of what you're worried about for the prevention of disease spreading. Okay, like I don't know. I'm worried slightly more about I don't know AIDS. I mean, I'm just assuming there might be something else that maybe a shower curtain, fucking through a shower curtain, a complete stranger, maybe can't solve that. So I don't know. We'll see.
But the HIV is pretty much curable now, so you're fine.
That's true.
They have pills and shit.
That's true.
The
I'm
tweet
not
from
saying it's a
Jason
death
Rams.
sentence. I'm just saying I'm more worried about that than COVID-19.
I thought this tweet was funny, so I'll read it. He tweeted out the video of them actually saying this during their speech, which this guy in the center is like the creepiest guy to be giving sex advice. I'm not going to lie. He said, Public Health Seattle spent weeks shaming you for visiting your grandma for Thanksgiving, claiming you'd kill her if she did. Yet, they also posted COVID sex advice online telling you to set up a homemade glory hole with a shower curtain. You can't make this shit up. I agree. It's really, really funny to me. I guess I was just ahead of the curve, you know? And
Yeah, like don't visit grandma this holiday season. Instead, stay in and fuck a stranger in a glory hole.
I thought you were going to say, better yet, fuck grandma in a glory hole. Because you don't know who it's going to be. It could be grandma. Who knows?
yeah, that's why the home glory
Grandma
hole
likes
is
party.
concerning, is that you don't know the guy on the other side of the wall. I mean, the person on the other side, I'm sorry, I hate to assume genders at
Sorry,
this point in
GW's
time, but
grandmother. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Nah, she's dead. She doesn't give a fuck.
Another COVID victim 4 years ago. We're almost over time. Anybody have anything they really want to get out before we get on out of here?
I got pissed.
Okay, John, do you have anything you want to say in closing before we're going to do plugs in a minute? But you have anything you need to that we talked about earlier that you need to just get out?
I mean, give a little bit of inspiration to people maybe during these COVID times. I just want you to realize when you're worried about what the Grand Cherokee is called, that back in the 1700s, there was plagues as well, and people were in quarantines. They would spend years in their houses. A 23-year-old Isaac Newton actually discovered gravity and concocted the whole formula for it during quarantine. So,
that's fascinating.
think about that next time you are on your Instagram, not really doing too much, and just try to be creative and innovative. One thing that I think this quarantine, now that we're kind of coming back to life here, is there's ways that you've had to innovate the ways you've done things, and now hopefully other people can help each other out and do cool new things with it. So
yeah, as much as I hate COVID, this show would not exist without it. So
exactly.
I mean,
There
it
you
might
go.
have at some point, but not this soon. And it kind of forced us to be like, oh shit, we can't go see our friends and we can't do comedy. We need an outlet, and let's find it.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
so as much as I hate like having to wear a mask 10 hours a day while I'm working, I'll put up with it because I get to hang out with you guys on Monday nights.
Hell yeah.
Collen or G-Dubs, anything you want to get off your chest before we bounce out?
I'm good.
No, this was a great episode 43. Thank you for being here, John. See you guys next week for episode 44.
Thank you. You guys
stay tuned. If you guys are not following the Woolen Comedy Club Facebook page, please do. I know we haven't been too active recently, but there hasn't been a lot to be promoting. But we've got some stuff in the pipe right now, so stay tuned for some exciting news.
Awesome. John, where can people find you? The producer, the product?
Yeah, so producer of the product is on Instagram. Also, if you want to follow on Facebook, I have Standing 8 Entertainment. It's kind of like the hub of the past 10 years of my life through like promoting and all the wrestling projects and everything that I've done. So yeah, that's facebook.com/Standing 8 Entertainment. Instagram, the producer of the product. I mean, I don't know. I stream. I post stuff all the time. I have a Twitch account, but I mean, you go to one place, you'll be able to find everything else. So.
Nice. Nick Waters, thanks for commenting in. He said, good show tonight. Big thank you to Ryan Cartwright, Kevin Ryan, Vita, all the people who commented in during the show. You can follow Gita.
Blaze.
Yeah, Mecca. I forgot to put it. Oh, no TikTok. Wall. Nick asked you, John. No TikTok?
Yeah, no, actually, I don't have a TikTok right now. That's actually funny. Yeah, I'm right there with everybody. Like, I kind of don't get it. If anything, I'm gonna use it to put like clips and whatnot. But yeah, man, I mean, people text me because I don't have the app, so they'll text me links to TikTok, and like the web browser version of TikTok is a zillion times worse than probably the app. And yeah, it's just hell.
I hate to admit, the beautiful assistant made me start one because I did a parody version of some song that was blowing up on TikTok, but I replaced all the town names with Vermont. It was fun.
But yeah, no. So like, I'll have a TikTok. I think I have one right now. It's just I don't have anything on it. But when I start having, I mean, I have a ton of stuff to sort through and start putting up on it. But
Nick said, Colin, I'll hook you up. I don't have it either. Colin, do you have a TikTok?
I guess Nick must have missed the beginning of the show.
Oh, yeah. Or that was a really good joke. No, if you got to talk to Kevin McTaggart if you want to know about TikTok. Like, he's successful enough that his stuff pops up in my wife's feed before she started following him. And it would be like, I was literally laying there in bed one night, and all of a sudden I heard Kevin McTaggart's voice. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Anyways, follow Colin at Colin D on Facebook, Instagram at Woolen Comedy, Facebook, Instagram. I am Hickory TDAU. You can find me on TikTok, and we're back on Parler, so that's awesome. Find me over there. I love that shit. It's like the only place I feel comfortable shit posting anymore, which is awesome. HickoryMagic.com, as well as I don't know, a couple other ones. Oh, okay. Nick said no, I didn't. That's why I said it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. John, we'll definitely have you on again. This was a phenomenal show, and we would definitely love to.
If you missed the beginning of the show where you can hear me rant about TikTok, you can find it on YouTube. Here, Hickory's page.
Yeah, you can find it on the Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming YouTube, as well as at Hickory TDU on Facebook and at Woolen Comedy on Facebook. Thank you guys. It's been awesome. I can't wait to do this again next week. We may or may not have a guest. It's the first show of Women's History Month next week. So if you're a female comic and you want to be on the show, please reach out to us. Stat, we would love to have you on next week. If not, the following week is Peter Pardo. Yeah, because we're just walking around finding big old rocks and turning them over and seeing who's underneath them. So it'll be good to see Peter on the show. John, thank you so much for being here.
Awesome. Thank you for having me, you guys. Appreciate it.
Love you, brother. We hope you stay safe until the next one. And everybody out there, please remember to stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming, but most importantly, in these trying times, stay fucking sane. We'll be in 350 something days to